to alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
You're listening to 3 Guys and a 12-Pack.
Why do you drink ice-cold beer?
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
With your host, Dean Daniel.
I want you to give me fresh beer. You serious?
Now!
Michael Bradshaw.
I'm gonna go build my own theme park with blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the park.
And
Now let's get Joe Beer nipping in my liver, huh?
Tony Goldtrap.
You're a pimple on society's ass and you'll never amount to anything.
Back for another episode of 3 Guys and a 12-Pack.
Welcome back, everybody.
I love how you start talking and your mic's not on yet.
Please said that was an auto mic.
And you too. See, there we go. Here, I'll turn everybody on
There
now.
we go. Now we feel special.
Usually I like to introduce and then I put your mic on so you know to talk at that point.
Gotcha, bro.
But
Only 13 episodes in. So.
oh no. See, we've
Well, if you
gone
don't
over
tell
this
the-
stuff before. I'm just happy that they actually talk into the mics now.
Yeah, like I really had a problem with that when I first started.
Sometimes we hit accomplishments,
Trophy earned.
milestone.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna add that one to my Madden locker.
It's not used to speaking into objects this shape.
Phallic shaped objects.
I'm not used to that shit.
That's a big word.
The guys down at
I'm over
Falkenberg
here
would
talking
disagree.
like this. Away from it.
The word of the day for Greg is phallic.
I know what phallic means.
Yeah, people
I
have called
passed
him a
7th
dickhead
grade.
plenty of times.
I passed the 7th grade with honors.
Gonads.
As long as you
passed
get
it.
the 7th.
Passed
Or
it
eighth.
right when I walked
I
out
hit
of high school.
11th twice, Dean.
Junior
I hit
high,
11th
excuse me.
twice.
You did your junior year of high school twice.
They wanted to hit me for a third, and I was like, nah, I'm 18. Fuck you.
It's like Dad said, find a grade you like and stick with it.
That's what I did. Well, I'll just go here and eat lunch 100 times a day and bullshit with whoever the fuck shows up to lunch.
And then get
I
the
did.
same job everyone else does when they get out.
I didn't think that far ahead, Nick. I did not think that far
but
ahead.
I mean,
Usually
yeah,
you don't.
Yeah,
I didn't,
actually,
you know.
I mean,
You're probably working with people who have college degrees that
No, like my boss is literally like never passed fucking 6th grade. And I look at him and I'm like, you're so fucking dumb. And he's like, who's working for who? And I'm like, touche, dude, touche. Because god damn it, fuck you, Chad.
but would you rather be rich, good looking, and stupid, or would you rather be
I would totally be rich,
Poor-
good looking, and stupid.
look like you do now and be
I'm still
highly
ugly,
intelligent?
so
No, but let's say you had like a Mensa level intelligence.
like a mental what?
Mensa, you know what Mensa is?
Oh yeah, like absolutely.
So what if you could be exactly like you are now,
Mm-hmm.
but have a Mensa level intelligence, or be Kelso dumb and look like a male model?
How well do you know my wife? Because she's slower than Kelso right now. Like if I pull a Mensa, I'd still have to explain shit to her now. If I'm Mensa level, I'm still like it's not working for me. I don't.
Isn't that what we all spend our money on anyway? Is getting to Kelso level?
That's it. That's
I mean-
as far as you need to get.
Kelso is
You drink, don't you?
He absolutely is a fucking retard. Like
You drink.
Yeah.
You do. I'm sure you do other things too. So I mean, you spend your money on that to get Kelso'd.
I do enjoy being Kelso'd.
I mean, it's all stressful.
If I was Mensa level intelligence, I would literally be speaking Greek to my wife. I feel like I speak Greek to her now.
Well, Einstein said if you truly understand something, you can explain it in the simplest
Oh,
terms,
I can.
but not too simple.
And that's why my wife will say I like hanging out with you. I
Why?
like talking to you because you can explain stuff where I understand it.
Okay,
But it's so...
let's get off of your wife because the rest of us already did.
No, let's not talk about last podcast.
Speaking of really great talents, did you see that video up on the Facebook page of the chick swallowing an entire stick of butter?
I saw that. And then she,
My
like,
wife
damn.
isn't that
she
far
sticks her
yet.
tongue out and a little bit drips off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
Yeah,
made
that
the
was
video.
Yeah.
melted butter that quick.
Blah.
Yeah, that was. I just can't. I would have.
It was hot
choke
throat
on that
action.
thing. Yeah, but she threw up a few minutes later.
Oh, yeah, because she started moving that way.
It was
Yeah,
a
she was
yeah.
like,
whole
Afterward.
stick of butter.
yeah.
What would that do to your stomach?
I don't know. Like literally, like my sister, we used to open the fucking tub of butter to go cook something, and there'd be finger marks in it. Where my deaf sister used to just eat butter out the tub by the fingers.
Lily does
I'm
that.
gonna-
It's, I mean, I don't know if it's like a fucking. It's nasty to most people, but I don't know if it's like a mineral the person is missing and they need it in their body or whatever.
I
It's
got
weird.
worse than that.
Well, that's why
I will-
pregnant women eat
I
fucking
will
everything.
take
I mean-
butter, a scoop of butter when I'm done. If I'm making a baked potato, I'll take a scoop of butter and then I'll take the sour cream and put it on top of that. Just eat that.
Without the you eat a baked potato without the baked potato.
No, I put it on my baked potato too, but when I'm done, I get 1 spoonful of sour cream and butter, just straight up. And this is like a teaspoon of each one.
Ah,
And it's,
you're missing minerals, dude.
if
You need more salt or something.
I'm trying to remember what the name of the syndrome is when you have
Fucking
that.
nasty.
No,
Thank you.
Pika. I think it's called Pika.
All right,
Is
Mr.
that where
Pokemon.
you have the flavor of whatever you're eating at the end?
No, it's like you people
I need
will
another
literally
shot of liquor
eat
after this
like
mixed
paper
drink.
clips because they're missing iron.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're missing a mineral in your body. Something
Yeah,
weird.
it's probably salt. That's why the butter. But whatever. Or there's just something.
You need some
fucking
calcium
wrong
or
with me.
something. I don't know.
I hang the salt lick
I need
from the
extra
dang
calcium.
old tree. And when that deer came to lick it, I shot him right below the eye.
Well, do you
Bang
eat butter
gold
and
tree.
sour cream any other time, or is it
No,
just
it's
after a
like
baked
that.
potato?
Just I put it on my baked potato and that's pretty much it. So,
It took a long time to figure out what kind of fucking tree a dango tree was.
a dango tree.
Yeah.
What do you,
If you've watched that stand up, it took me a minute to figure out what the fuck is a dango tree.
I don't get it.
It's a dang old tree.
we took a hard look. I don't know the deer reference you were making, so that's probably why I'm lost.
Salt.
Ron White.
Salt.
Salt
right?
Lick.
Yeah, salt lick. I need a little salt in my diet.
Salt
I
lick,
don't think
yeah.
I'm-
Like a deer,
heard
you know,
that
you
one.
hang salt licks.
Yeah,
Which that's
it's
illegal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like putting out corn or putting
Not if
diesel
it's
fuel
your
down
fucking
for
land.
hogs.
It's not illegal, is it? It's gonna regulate your own land.
I'm not going to give legal advice because I'm not qualified to do that. I would say check with your local fish and game before you put out baited fields. So you don't go to jail for a
That's why
long
I
time
just-
and your butthole becomes a baited
That's
field.
why I just go. That's why I just go fishing.
You still should probably
Man,
check.
if
No, I know my
Footballs.
fishing rules. I
It's
know my
getting
fishing rules.
complicated.
I don't
to
know
go
my hunting
fishing.
rules.
To go fishing, it is so complicated because you like, geez, the chart that you have to take with you so you know what size and what's in season
And how many?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like
Like I don't pull any fish home. I don't eat seafood, so I just fish to fish because it's past this time.
oh, you're
and I like
catch and
it.
release.
Yeah, I'm
You-
absolutely
I'm
catch and
fillet
release.
and release.
Well, I've done that. The fucking craziest
Fillet
shit I
relief.
ever saw
It makes it back
is
to
when
the
you
water.
fucking
eventually.
fillet a fish, you put it back into the water, and that motherfucker swims away.
What?
I've seen it.
You
No
take
bullshit.
all the
I've
guts
seen
out
it.
of a fish
No, if
to
you fillet a fish right, we're not talking about gutting the fish. If you
I
fillet,
thought we were
a
talking about filleting a fish, right?
no, if you fillet a fish right, you never hit the gut sack. You leave that shit intact.
The what?
The
I'm just
the
messing
innards, you know what I mean? Whatever. You just pull the meat. You never hit a bone. You never hit nothing. You fillet it.
Fish is gonna die though.
Eventually.
Something's gonna eat.
But
it.
if you fillet it, like I've watched a guy pull it out the water, unhook it, fillet it, put the fillets down, throw the fish back, and said fish swim the fuck away, bro. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I watched it.
I
It's
caught a
fucking
bluegill
crazy.
on a bluegill eyeball.
Bluefish will eat the fuck out of bluefish.
Like I didn't even know how it got hooked on the eyeball, but it was, and then I couldn't get the eyeball off, so I'm like, fuck it. I throw it back in the water, and went fishing with Uncle Henry.
oh,
Or at
just
Menard-
put the worm on the
Menard
hook.
Park there.
Put the worm on the hook.
And
What did
he's
he
like,
say?
if you
Hey,
catch a fish with that, I'll eat what's in this pot, because he always brought a shit pot with him.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! You made your uncle eat shit.
I told him he could put mustard on it if he
sounded
wanted
like-
to,
Sounded like he made himself eat shit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
because not even after he got done saying that, I was pulling another one back up.
We used to catch him with
Hey, you
old
hungry,
bread
Uncle?
Yeah,
and hot dogs
and bacon,
yeah. Just
not
Yes,
without
baby.
poncho. We
Yeah,
could
oh, the
fucking
stupid
bacon
dog
with the
jumped
hook.
in and ate the hook. Yeah.
Bluegills are kind of retarded. Like I watch this lady just every day go out there and throw up whatever she was cooking, a little grease, bacon grease, whatever grease out. She'd just chuck it out there, and they'd swarm it. All you'd have to go out there, piece of bread, smush it up, throw it on the hook, throw it out there, and catch them whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You just take stale bread out to the pond and catch them all the time.
We used to catch turtles, and then that's a pain in the ass to get off the hook.
I've seen
Yeah,
some
Dad
people make
knows that.
that
Soft
dough
shell
ball.
turtles?
No, like the fucking
Box turtles or whatever.
Oh.
no, not box turtles. Box turtles can't swim in
Talk about the
porpoises.
red ear sliders.
Yeah, like sliders and shit like
Remember
that.
when Dad booted the shit out of it and bruised the fuck out of his toenail?
Yeah, I was an idiot. They have the shells for a reason.
So they hurt your toe instead of their body.
Yeah, I used to work
That's
with
for.
this guy years ago at an office supply place, and his grandmother, if you brought her a soft shell turtle, she would cook it up
Yes.
with rice and gravy, and it was really freaking good.
You didn't know you were eating turtle.
No, it was.
Goat tastes like pastrami.
I don't eat ungulates.
That's what he said. The Pakistani guy. I know.
Haitians I used to work with. She cooked one day and brought it in. White rice, red beans, some salmon. Or no, it wasn't salmon. It was
They don't have salmon over there.
What do you?
red snapper. Red snapper and goat. And I was like, damn, man, that pastrami tastes good. And she's like, that wasn't pastrami. And I was like, what the hell was it? She goes, well, that was goat. I was like, damn, goat tastes good.
Yeah,
I didn't know you could fucking slice goat that thin.
I've had lamb before.
Slice
but
it.
I've
It
never
wasn't
had goat.
sliced. It was
yeah.
chunks.
Lamb, it's weird.
It was like just pulled apart.
I like the
chunks or
flavor
whatever.
of lamb, actually.
No, bro.
It's just.
It's not.
It's real filling,
so
though.
fucking
There's
bland.
something about, well, no, if you cook it right, it's not bad, but it just
No,
has this
if
weird,
you have to add some fucking mint
it has like a
taste to
musty
it,
taste. I don't know.
I
that's
like it.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
a
I
good
do too.
explanation.
It's got a rich
Gamey,
flavor.
yeah.
Yeah, it's almost too much.
It's
for me.
it's a different than beef flavor.
that's what I'm saying. If you
And
have
it's
to
rich.
throw a goddamn a mint sauce on it, it's.
No, you don't. That's the most
No,
disgusting shit.
I don't.
I get mine at
kinda like it.
Acropolis.
My son loved it. I made
To go
little
there with you
fucking
sometime.
lamb chops,
Shit's good.
little itty bitty lamb chops, and I cooked them up. And my
The
son
hand
loved
puppet?
it, but he was the only one that liked it. You know, this is a song that never ends.
Ah,
That song fucking ended.
I'm not even
So
gonna start because we'll all be singing it till
No, we won't.
the end of
Stop.
time.
We'll just get punched.
I'll punch you right in the mouth.
There's 3 people here that would all reach over and punch you.
it'd just be a
And,
matter who
because,
gets there first.
and that's only because you know why you'll be punching me.
No,
Because it'll be stuck in your fucking head forever.
that's why we punch.
We'll knock it out of yours.
As long as you get it out of my head, we're cool.
You won't like your head.
I don't like my head as it is. It's already lumpy.
I'll take one, thank you.
So
Now!
what do you
Are you serious?
what do you guys think about nuclear reactors as like a source of energy?
I hate the protesters. Oh, as a source of energy.
As a
Sorry.
source of, yeah, I'm against picketing, but I don't know how to express it. But how do you,
In the world we live in now, with the
What are you looking at?
with the
Nothing,
mentality
big boy?
of people, I'm not a fan of it per se. Just because
Well, what if I told you there was a fissionable material we could use that didn't have all the drawbacks to was it uranium that we use now or
I
plutonium?
would say do tell.
I would say you're crazy. Well, listen, have
I
I,
call
got a
shenanigans.
deal for you.
Yeah,
Snake oil, snake oil.
there's a
As long as Homer Simpson is not working our
Right?
plants, okay?
He'll just take the thing home and put it in his pants and bring it home.
Hey, he saved it twice. Okay, he hit the
Well,
right button.
Here's the thing: we found out that
But-
there was a material called thorium. We found it in like the 60s, and it does the same thing. It breaks down into uranium-233, I believe it is what we use for the reactors.
What's the half life on that?
Well, here's the thing
Found
about
this yellow cake, man.
it makes on the order it makes 1/1000th the amount of nuclear waste as what we use now. And the thing about what we use now is that
What's it produce?
it produces the same amount of energy, but it's the way it produces it, because currently now we create a stable chain reaction, and the only way we can stop it is by dropping rods that absorb neutrons into the reactor and hope that
Like
the
super cooled, yeah.
yeah, that we hope that the rods absorb enough neutrons, because the way you make the material for the energy is by bombarding whatever your fissionable material, whether it be plutonium or thorium, you bombard it with neutrons. But the thing about thorium is that basically you have to have a fuel pump. You have something that fires the neutrons at it constantly. So you turn off the fuel pump and the fuel supply stops. And they have a system for these reactors where there's a plug in the bottom, and if it gets too hot, the plug melts and it drains all of the liquid out, and no more chain reaction. So it's almost a foolproof. You can't have a meltdown,
Right.
because if it starts to melt down, it literally burns off this plug and everything stops.
That sounds a little too safe if you're making energy, though.
Well, the problem is that it doesn't make it. It's really hard to harvest any material to make nuclear weapons. And when we originally started studying this was in the 40s for World War II, and we went with nuclear bombs. So we wanted something that energy was a side product of what we were doing, as opposed to using thorium
Weapon
and
is what
making
we're doing first.
a side product would be. But the thing is, you'd have to steal the liquid out of the reactor, which would expose you to a shit ton of nuclear radiation. So you would die trying to steal it. So you couldn't steal the fissionable material, really.
Bro, you're just breathing all up in the mic. Like, I'm trying to hear him talk, and all I hear is this little wheezing from your nose. No, it's not that.
No, I hear it. I thought there was like a hamster running on a wheel or something.
No, I do apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, they
You're
just...
the one that trained me to be this close to the mic,
Well,
all right?
I want you to talk into the mic. I don't want you to, like...
He started around 9 this morning. Gotta get
No, I wanted to start at 9. Your son told me I'd be an alcoholic if I started at 9.
Can't drink all day
So I
if you don't
started
start
at-
It's
early.
5 o'clock somewhere. Well,
I started at
good old responsible teenager.
Tennessee...
Right, well, that's the problem. Your teenager, your neighbor's teenage son is more responsible than you.
Tennessee
Why I
fired
pay him,
up
right?
the first reactor to be fired up in the U.S. in 20 years near, I think it's Spring Hill, Tennessee, or Spring City, Tennessee.
Bucket top.
Yeah. I was hoping Bradshaw would be here. I want to know how he felt about that. But it provides energy to 4.5 million homes in 7 southern states right now. But it's not thorium that runs it. It's the regular uranium or plutonium. I think we start with plutonium.
I can see why that's a problem because
Fukushima?
we're not worried about what's best for the economy. We're worried about what's most profitable.
No, you see, that's always been that's the history of the United States. It's never about
World.
world. Yeah, it's always about profit because money rules the world. But I saw a different engine that I was getting into the whole flying car thing. I was actually reading up on a lot of things because I know that they have made the floating bikes and
Yeah,
and they're working on the military like the hover bikes. And
Look
all
how
that.
people drive now. Do you really want them in flying shit?
Yeah, if
Oh,
there's
it's
no
instant
lanes
death
and
though. At
shit,
least it'll
exactly.
take you if you want to make a stupid mistake, guess what? You're done.
Yeah, but you're going to take other
Erased.
people with you. You're adding...
Alcoholics already do that.
They only have really 2
I stay at
dimensions
home.
to deal with in a wheeled vehicle, and then you're going to add a 3rd dimension to this. The old lady who can't merge at the top of the interstate is
Yeah.
not going to do well with this shit.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
cut
we have
right,
to do
fuck
away with our highways and all that. But that's beside. I was getting off sidetracked here. So anyway, they've already developed a warp device, a warp drive engine.
I saw that.
Like seriously,
Which one are you talking about? 'Cause there's like 3 out there right now.
yeah. There's 3. There's one in Russia. There's one in.
But they don't have any working ones.
no, but they all work. They just don't know how they're getting it to work.
I haven't heard about this.
No, I
You
haven't
tell.
seen them working. I've seen
I read it
philosophy.
It's not the
theory
one
that
that
they're
uses
working.
tachyon particles, is it? Because
It's the one it doesn't have a propellant, so there's no
there's
nothing that gets burned off.
Yeah.
There's no fuel. Nothing gets burned off. It's literally it's like reverse microwave engine, supposedly, or something like that.
Yeah, but that's not going to go faster than light.
I mean, they think it does. They don't think
I mean,
there's potential.
Technically,
I think my farts move faster than sound when they're silent.
Now I want to look it up.
how fast his farts go?
It definitely has farts for sure.
I mean, technically, a warp drive.
I know that sound does not move faster than light.
A warp drive would be something that uses tachyon particles because tachyons move faster than the speed of light.
So a warp
Okay.
drive would be basically time travel.
No, but they can. It
If you're
can supposedly the
if you're
thing can.
teleporting from one space to another, you're basically time traveling just really fast.
No, you're not.
It,
Because
supposedly the drive just produces energy at a rate that can't even be measured yet.
Well, but the basic idea would be, let's say you have a sheet of 8.5 by 11 printer paper, and you poke a hole on the far side of the long side, the 11.5 side, or 11 side, and then on the other side you poke a hole and you fold the paper together. Okay, so you go through the hole, so you're over here at the bottom. Now you go through the hole and you're at the top, and you unfold the paper, and now you've traversed all that space by just going through those two holes. You're not traveling through time. You're just getting someplace quicker than you should. Time travel would involve you going into
All
the
travel
future.
is time travel.
Well, and that's the thing that nobody ever really discusses is the fact
Because
that
I can leave for work in the morning and get there in half an hour. And I can leave work at 3:30 and get home in an hour and a half.
that's not
Drop off
time.
Judy and Elroy and all them.
Well, I think that's one of the problems. That's a dimension we're missing in the universe is that time and distance are
Relative.
well, they're combined in our minds. You can't have distance without time.
Star Wars fucked all that up in 12 parsecs.
I don't want to. Actually,
Isn't
no.
parsecs an amount of distance?
Yes, it
not
is.
time.
It's called the EM drive. That's what it was.
Hold on, let me explain the 20 parsecs things because there's a lot of people
I know.
who laugh about it and they're like, "Oh, nerds are stupid," and in actuality, you're dumb.
Right.
Because if you read the Star Wars books that came after all the movies, they explain that he drives through what's called the Maw cluster, and there's a whole bunch of black holes that cause gravity anomalies.
Come on, man.
So the distance,
Racist.
it's like
pull a branch.
instead of driving down the highway, which will get you there in a certain amount of distance, he just took the GPS and drove straight to wherever he was going. So in other words, he cut distance down to get him through all those black holes. Because you have to skirt really close, otherwise you have to drive around shit.
You're right. You're barely
So-
catching the edge of the
So
gravitational pull. Of
and
black
actually,
holes.
what he was trying to do was he was trying to outrun an Imperial raid that was going to steal his spice that he was selling, which is a drug. But okay, Dean, you said it's called the EM drive. I've actually heard of the EM drive before.
So explain.
It's an electromagnetic propulsion without a propellant. It's literally
It's a
where-
rail gun.
You know, at my other job, we talked to some guy in
Your mom's house?
Texas
Boom, boom.
who was trying to make something like that with magnets, and he said he had it going for like 9 months.
Rail guns are.
I mean,
No, it's an electromagnetic drive, and
Yeah.
the thing would spin and create electricity. He was powering his house with it, I believe.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
great, but eventually the magnet's polarity lines up, and you have to switch the magnets. It's going to happen.
what happens.
Otherwise, you'd have perpetual motion,
Yeah.
which is impossible in gravity.
It's good enough to get you from point A to point B, but once.
Well, there was a guy who figured
certain amount
out
of different
how
distance.
to make with the rotation of the wheels on your car charge batteries in your vehicle, so you could switch from running on. He had it running on diesel to running on the batteries, and then when the batteries would get low, he would switch back to just like the old submarines.
Well, isn't that how they're doing like smart cars now or whatever?
I don't think they charge their own batteries.
It's the fucking.
Some of them
I
are
don't
doing
think
that when like you brake,
it would make sense.
your braking
Alternator
power or
charge the
whatever helps
batteries, but it doesn't.
recharge your batteries or something.
That's ridiculous.
I don't.
That's so inefficient. We need to make something that absorbs potential energy and then turns it into electricity.
There's an infinite amount of potential energy.
There's no
You
well
need a source first.
there's a
Babies.
There's a finite amount. Hey, you know what a group of babies is called?
That's where
I'm
the
leaving.
hamster wheel came from.
Exactly. I
There-
laughed
there-
my ass off. One
There
time.
is a
here.
finite amount of energy in the universe. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred.
Yeah. Okay.
So, technically, if you could absorb potential energy, you could make a device that would make airplanes fall out of the sky.
Well, that's what
Super
that's what
duper
they were saying
EMP.
about that EM drive, where it's
Oh,
it's
no,
impossible because it
and-
violates Newton's third law, where there's
Yeah.
the energy's not transferred. It's
No.
just a thrust with no propellant.
Ah, sounds like my
Who
last
makes
date. Did you hear about the
Newton
guy
took how
in
long to
Vietnam
figure out
that
how
broke
to
his
fucking-
dick?
No.
It was a 59-year-old guy that went into the hospital because he was trying some crazy sex position, which they never got clarification on what he was trying. But he He got rushed
I'd like
to the
to
hospital.
see that porno.
And it translated to he broke it at the joint. So I'm assuming right where it attaches to him is it snapped. So
Like, if I want to break, I've broken bones before. I break any
Well, there's
bone
no
before I break my dick.
bone
there's
in
no
there. It's
bone,
just
it's just
tissue.
muscle.
Fuck.
Dennis Rodman claims that he's broke his three
times.
Yeah.
I've watched the video. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard him talk about it.
I don't want to see a video of Dennis
There's not a
Rodman
video.
breaking
It's a
his dick.
funny cartoon. It's pretty funny. But, like,
Because
It's like a
apparently
little
one
black
chick
Dennis
told him
Rodman,
to
yeah.
dive on her.
run and,
he-
I'm gonna
he-
run and jump on your
yeah.
dick. Yes, I've seen the video. It's funny. It is funny.
Oh,
Like
God.
I'm
I
gonna
haven't
run across
seen
the
that
room,
video.
You lay there, spread eagle, and I'm gonna run, jump. And
Called the land shark.
That's exactly what he said.
That's what Tony was saying when Fat Doug got him.
What?
No, hold on. See, now you're just telling this out of totally bad context. You can't say Fat Doug ran and jumped on me after we're already
And
talking
broke
about
your
people
dick.
running and
Jumping on
it's,
people.
There's no
right behind
context.
you there. Yeah, yeah, that wasn't. We were wrestling,
Yeah.
and I was pinned up
who's
against
we?
the wall. Me and Dean.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this
Doug.
guy weighed like 320, and he was like 5
Yeah.
foot.
Is that why they call him Fat Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
he
we
had,
refer to him as Fat Doug.
he had triangle nasty bitch tits.
So he needed
was
a
a
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needed a Madonna bra.
Yeah.
So he comes running like down the
cones.
hallway, okay, and jumps. And I don't know how his fat ass got like 3 feet in the air. His knees
he
were like
did.
3 feet in the air.
That's like Eugene jumping that.
So he looks and it's
I
like,
saw-
oh
I was-
shit. He
I
jumps
I
out
just
the way.
slammed him or something, or and I looked up because I was holding him down.
And I was like this.
I saw his fat ass in the air.
He hits me like
and so I rolled,
right on the ribs.
and his fat ass got up and landed his knees on Tony's ribs.
I thought them bitches were broke.
Yeah.
They weren't.
Oh man, it was rough.
I was sturdy.
I distinctly remember when I was a teenager seeing a guy knee another guy in the face, and the whole side of his face completely swelled. I think you remember that.
And we were playing basketball, weren't we?
No, we were in front of somebody that lived catty corner to Nana's house. I won't say any names.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were out there in that field playing, and somebody else we know got into an argument, and the dude that did the knee, and you wouldn't typically expect to do something like that to somebody, but man, when he kneed the other guy in the face, the whole side of his face just instantly just puffed up. It was crazy.
How about the guy you pedigreed at the basketball court?
That was crazy.
You
Yeah,
pedigreed somebody.
Yeah, I did. When I kicked him in the balls, and when he doubled over, I freaking pedigreed him because he really couldn't do a whole lot about it.
You can do it. That
Shattered his nose on the
His nose was smashed flat. He started it. He shoved me.
We left after that. The
Yeah.
game was over.
Yeah, it was.
That's
I think
funny.
we won.
It was over a long time before that happened. That's what caused the fight.
No blood, no foul. Foul.
There
You want
was
your
blood.
shots?
There was foul
Do you want to
everywhere.
take 2 shots? Nah, fuck that. We're out.
Oh, that was one of those rough games where it was a neighborhood game.
Yeah,
That's the only. Yeah.
junk the
Yeah.
ball.
So you were, yeah.
Yeah,
You gonna call that?
yeah.
Foul you, bro.
Well, it was
Foul
you,
bro?
you could foul, but they
No.
couldn't. Rules.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to read that.
No, I'm trying to read. This
Yeah,
is the
don't-
most
don't hurt
goofy
yourself.
fucking handwriting, bro.
Well, and it's
That's like scientist handwriting. Only the smart people can read it. That's why I was trying to read it.
Good luck.
Well,
Good luck and
you
Godspeed.
never know unless you try, right?
you can try.
Is that what you tell her?
I tell your mom.
Don't worry.
Oh, it's your
This ain't
disease.
Dean's mom. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's even better. It's
Fuck
their
at your
mom.
own risk.
I think we talked about your mom last week. What was it? Is it a walk of shame if you strut?
No, that's the strut of shame.
Chest puffed out and everything.
Bomb,
All
I
right.
got this.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
It was
Listening
puffed
to
out before.
3 guys at a 12 pack. Oh. Poof, 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 poof.
That's a giant.
All right, we're back from break. 3 guys in a 12 pack.
Whoop, whoop.
Yup, yup.
So
That's us.
Yay. So what you got?
How about a mom in Atlanta who she's blind? She had retinal detachment and went officially blind in 2013. And
That's what happens when you get a good donkey punch.
Does she like to party?
I don't know.
Hey, mother, want another?
But she has a 9 and 8 and a
She'll
5-year-old.
never see it coming.
Can't do that Street Pirate
Hell
to her,
reference.
can you?
Hey, Tony, did you know?
I fucked a deaf chick. I fucked a deaf chick.
I didn't say that. Did you know that semen leaves the body at like 45 miles an hour?
They serve beer in hell reference.
Do what?
Did you know semen leaves the body
Yeah.
at like 45 miles an hour? Neither did this woman.
Oh,
Well, you know what the difference between a blowjob and a can of whipped cream is?
Do tell.
The can of whipped cream doesn't hit the back of your throat at 45 miles an hour. No, but seriously, the lawyers basically, the whole argument of the Atlanta School Board is that, or Atlanta Public Schools is that if they allow a bus to stop to pick up this blind lady's kids, then other kids will get on the bus and it'll be hard or impossible to stop them from getting on the bus, causing bus overcrowding.
shit, man. When we went to Dell Junior High, we were sitting 3 to a seat.
Was it?
Yeah.
But that's what
You
the
can
bus.
sit
And
here
we
if
had
you want
2
to.
buses for that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 2 bus stops, Beechwood and
No, we had 2 buses in that neighborhood.
Yeah,
at
there
one
were
point.
there were 2 buses.
there was one at Meadow Breeze. No, there wasn't because I had to walk down all the way to.
No, we had 2 buses for that neighborhood, and there were 2 bus stops for
One
each bus.
Where
stop.
was the other?
per
Where did the other
bus?
bus go?
Your mom's house.
Why didn't I ride that bus?
You did for 9 months.
Are you a lime?
I don't drink Corona either.
But the other bus was like further back. What was one of the back streets? It was like after Meadow Breeze and all that in the back. Like eventually,
This is the one that
Where
Rob
it comes out on Orient.
Yeah.
You'd go through the. Okay, so
Back
it picks up
around
like
there,
6 Mile
yeah.
Creek area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember what the name of the street was.
anywho.
Bad
So yeah,
neighborhood
they want to
101.
make her.
Well, because she lives within the half-mile zone of you have to walk, but she's blind, so she can't walk the kids to school.
Well,
So-
she can walk the kids to school. She
Take
just
some
can't
red
get
and
home.
yellow stick, red and white sticks.
No, the kids can walk. her
Mom,
to
watch
school.
out!
Well, see, the problem, the only reason this became a national story or a story that anybody's even reading right now is because she doesn't have help. If she had a family member or somebody that was over there helping her walk her kids, you know, to school and back and forth or whatever, this wouldn't even be a problem. But it's because nobody's helping her that this,
Yeah, well,
she's making a big deal of it.
They suggested a cooperative thing where her kids walk with other students who are being walked to school. But it turned out it was only like a couple other students. There were no adults involved at all. So it'd just be a bunch of kids walking down
Hey,
like
what
Highway 60 with no sidewalk.
Is it really like Highway 60?
Okay, there's no
It's
sidewalk.
it's heavily trafficked.
It's
May-
Atlanta.
there's no
Maybe
sidewalk.
closer to 92, but do you want a 5-year-old?
No,
No.
it's elementary school.
No.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Like I
You
used to
know.
rollerblade with my kid, my friends. No parents, no nothing. The high school
Was that like
hell a lot longer.
1990 though?
It was, and
Yeah.
there was no traffic, and there was a sidewalk, so it's understandable.
Stuff was different back then.
Absolutely,
No, you're right.
absolutely.
There were no
I wouldn't let
kids.
my
There
kid
were no
walk.
clowns that were gonna, kidnap your kids,
Pull you
and
into the
rape
woods.
them or something. Yeah.
But you,
Sorry.
there's got to be a bus that can pick them up at the end of their route. You know,
call-
Well,
Uber.
but they don't want to do that because then.
What
Just-
the other 2 kids that walk to school now? Will,
Well, no, but here's
on the
here's
bus
the
too.
problem: is it's that you have people who claim fake disabilities at that point, and because the Americans Disability Act covers so much bullshit that's not actual disabilities, then you'd have everybody wanting to ride the bus at that
Yeah.
point.
it's just like when somebody used to come in the grocery store with a dog, and you couldn't go up and tell them like, "Hey, you can't be in here with that dog."
This is my
And you
service
can't
dog.
ask them, like, is that your service dog? Well, what do you have? You can't ask them that.
Yeah,
there were
you're not
certain
supposed to be able to
questions
ask
that
them
you
for it.
could ask, and I don't even remember what those were, because once they started telling me, like, hey, if this happens, you can't do this, you can't do that, I'm like, fuck it. I'm not even going to try to remember this shit. I'm
Tony
just going
Ron
to scream.
Swanson did, yeah.
I need
Dog!
An adult, I need an adult. I need an adult.
Not ready for
Although
this shit.
some lady came in with like a snake one day, and I was like, "Nah, you can't have that over here. You
No.
need to go back outside.
We serve
I'm
food
not
here.
making my daughter wait in a van while I'm in here trying to get food." And I'm like,
So
I
keep your
don't.
fucking snake at home, weirdo.
That's not my problem. Exactly.
Don't
that's what I
make
told
your
her.
problems mine.
She goes, well, I don't give it. This is bullshit. And she starts bitching at me. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Hold on.
If you don't like
White
this,
lady?
you can. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
No
was
black
like-
lady walking around with a snake.
Oh hell no.
No,
That's who
like-
told on her. She was bad as fuck. She would have fucked the black lady.
Hell no, she got a snake.
I ain't go. I wanted a box of 8-piece mix, and I can't go over there and get it because she got a snake.
We fucking just do that work. We'll grab a piece of wire and throw it at him. Snake! No! He'll freak the fuck out and run.
So,
8-piece mix.
How big was the snake?
Yeah,
First
he's
of
from
all,
Trinidad.
it was wrapped around the little girl's arm. It wasn't huge, but still, you're not supposed to have that shit over there.
No.
I'm serving food.
I get that. I get that.
Reptiles have
Bullshit.
salmonella in their feces.
Yep.
So I told the
Reptiles
lady,
and
like, if you
chickens,
don't like this,
birds.
Yep.
okay, you're bitching at the wrong person. You need to get in contact with your state senator and your
That
state
was
Congress, and you can yell
Like,
all
fuck-
this
And the health
at them.
department.
Like,
and
yeah, like,
the ones that
like
make the
fuck,
rules,
talk to my
not me.
manager. Like, fuck, talk to my manager. Go talk
Oh, I
to your
would tell her,
senator.
go talk to the customer service desk. They'll help you out, ma'am. Yeah, take you and your snake, go to the customer service desk, and when that bitch gets done,
Oh, hell no! Get out of here!
you can explain to her. Jesus, man, people are stupid.
No, like, I used to have a ball python when I was, like, my mom used to have when I was, like, 5th grade.
Yeah, but you're not going to take it into
Maybe
the
10.
grocery store,
No,
would
no,
you?
no. We used to walk to, like,
You used to
7-Eleven
handle
with it.
your mom's python.
Well,
Or did she handle you with her python?
she used to say, "Here, hold my python."
We're headed right back to that lime again.
No,
It's a
but
snake this time. What is it, Ninja Scroll?
That's a good one.
If you
no,
haven't
I
seen
would
the
have to sit
anime, it's
outside.
pretty
She
good.
made me
Look it
hold
up.
the fucking ball python, a 6-foot ball python.
I don't
You
like
can't take
snakes.
it in the store.
No, that's disgusting.
Why?
Because snakes have lice, they have salmonella.
I've
in their,
never
in
seen
their
a
feces.
yes salmonella and feces.
Ask my wife about if you don't check your snake on a regular basis, it
I
gets
always
lice.
check my
Really?
snake.
Wait, that sounded bad on me.
Right, that's not lice. That's crabs.
My wife had a ball python. They will get lice, and they can get enough lice to where they kill them. They burrow under their scales.
no, ours was
and-
clean.
and suck
We used to
their
pet it
blood.
regularly.
You pet. I really don't want to hear about you petting your python.
Well,
Did you hear
Whatever python it is.
hey,
about the
yes.
attacks on the internet?
Yeah, like 2 days ago or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Twitter was shut.
Were they
down,
physical?
Facebook- no.
More mental.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. On October 1st,
You
we
hurt my
released
feelings. I gotta go to my special place.
safe place,
Safe place, yes.
and comb my beard.
You have to pet my
I
snake.
like my beard. Damn it.
Yeah, but you don't look like a hipster. You look like a homeless dude.
You just said
Mine's
attacks
actually
over the
pretty-
web,
it's,
and I was
it's
like,
still
were they
like
physical?
growing out. It's nice. It's not too
Been
bad.
growing out.
Is that
for
the
how
Indian
long?
in you? 'Cause your
This
beard
is
looks
about
Apache.
3 weeks. I haven't Apache. No,
Since he couldn't grow it on his head.
Yeah,
that's
you guys
why.
been
That's
rough
why I
today.
have to grow it. Yeah, exactly. I can't grow it on my head. I have to grow it on my face.
My grandfather used to always ask us, "Why would you cultivate something around your mouth that grows wild around your dick?"
and that's right
around my
because it's
waist
almost
that
the
I
same
grow
fucking kind of
on my
hair.
dick.
It's almost the same kind of fucking hair. It is.
Fucking here.
No, like hair on your head is different than like hair around your pubic hair, armpit hair,
Hair.
beard is it's different. Like
When my hair is short, it's kind of.
I want to say something,
kinda
but I
that
don't
same
want to be quote
consistency.
unquote Bradshaw racist, so I'm just gonna
yeah, we were talking. Okay, white people hair versus ethnic hair.
ethnic hair.
Beard hair is more on the
Look, I can tell
types
you
of ethnic hair.
Personally, that
is.
different ethnicities have different
Ethnicities.
roughnesses of hair down there.
Yes, like when I go to get beard
It's
products,
based on the
I have
individual,
to go
not the-
shop
not on the
in
race.
the ethnic hair.
I don't
Product
like hair
section.
in my food, so really
You're
rather
not
not
having
know what
fun.
your pubic hair is like.
We already know how,
I don't like hair in my food, so I make her shave.
right?
That's what I pretty much.
That I was gonna say it, but that's what I put.
Honestly, you
1
could
plus
just-
1 equals 2.
hold them by the ponytail and dip them in wax, like up to the neck. and
I'll
then
be good
just
with it. No,
all
like
the
I
hair
like a
off.
little landing strip. I do like a little landing.
Yeah,
Dip
no,
her in a
that's-
river stick.
Like I can't.
That would make her invulnerable.
Would you be able to penetrate at that point?
What, right?
I want to ask Wonder Woman, which is actually the #1 most popular costume after a poll that was taken.
Really? Over
Yep.
Harley Quinn?
She always takes a
Yep.
pull.
Ha!
Oh, actually, she
The
does.
Flash was like number 10. I don't remember what all of them were. I remember Wonder Woman was number 1. The Flash was number 10 of superheroes.
Right now, this year, no.
Well, with the
No, like if females are grabbing superheroes or
what other
anti-venom,
what
or
other
anti-villains.
female superhero is there in movies?
We're not looking. Listen, because they've made superheroes into anti-venoms or anti-villains. They're almost like the equivalent of superheroes. We give them that kind of
You mean they don't have that
lackluster.
wholesome goodness of the 50s?
right, but they're not so bad. We kind of still idolize them.
They're anti-heroes.
Batman was
Anti-heroes.
batshit crazy.
Well, Batman's always been
No,
fucking nuts.
this year I guarantee you.
But they never really
there will be
portrayed
so
that
many
in
fucking
the
Harley
movies.
Quinns this year.
Not in the movies. No. Oh, yeah.
And look at the
there's
Harley
objectification
Quinn this
of the
year will
women.
be-
I mean, in every movie nowadays, even the superheroes. Okay, and then you got the superhero women. The women are objectified now.
Yes, absolutely.
There's
Have
no
you read a
such
comic
thing.
book lately?
It's
It's the
written
same
by
thing.
a bunch
Have
of
you read a
horny
comic book
nerds,
before?
dude. What do
Yeah.
you want from horny nerds?
I'm
They
just
have
saying.
big boobs.
Every single one of them.
Impossible to do flips and tricks like that with them big old titties.
Yeah,
They're
like,
going to get in the way.
All you're gonna do is run a mile and get a black eye.
I don't know what she's
That's
running
why they're
for,
always
but
in
she's got my
spandex.
vote.
No,
so true.
this year
that was my
this year will
Bradshaw
be
statement of the night.
So many motherfucking.
I know Bradshaw's a
Harley Quinns
feminist,
this year,
so-
it won't be funny.
Wanted to put that out
He's
there.
a feminist.
You know what? He is so liberal. I believe he would be
He
feminist.
kind
know
of
what?
reminds me a little bit of the
He's-
counselor off of South Park.
He's
Hi,
not.
He's
That's not
here,
nice,
so-
Kerr. That's why we can fuck with him.
Yeah, I know. It's just he would say that because Dean wasn't here last week, and he kept saying, "Dean's not here to defend himself."
Yeah, but we want to see if he's actually listening to the podcast.
Right.
So we're gonna pick
He'll
him.
come in next week
He's
and go,
not
"Hey, you
listening,
guys were really mean, and you hurt my feelings."
Well, what I think is funny about the internet attacks is that we relinquished control of the IP address generating. Basically, we controlled what transferred the IP addresses from just a bunch of numbers and symbols into Google.com or whatever.
Yeah, it was controlled by individual companies that your internet service providers had.
Yeah, well, now it's not anymore. It was given to an international consortium, and then all of a sudden we're getting attacked. Well, if you know anything about weapons, these two attacks completely look like a weapons test. Because imagine if you could shut down everything that has to do with the internet, then the short version, not to go into a whole bunch of complicated stuff, is that you can shut down the traffic lights, you can shut down the electrical grid, you can shut down, people's ability to communicate, which would totally bring a nation to a grinding halt.
There are some cars you won't be able to drive.
Yeah.
They hacked
Yeah.
one guy's Tesla car in California.
If
Yep.
you can't get the rolling Wi-Fi on your car, because the Teslas are ran by the computers, aren't they?
Well, screw that. Wi-Fi cuts out so goddamn much there's absolutely no way in hell I would trust that shit.
I don't know. I would
My
drive a
Wi-Fi don't
Tesla.
work fucking here, dude.
What do we got here?
Are we calling somebody?
That's some fucking
That's the
dial-up
old school.
modem
Yeah.
shit.
Wait,
Like,
is it gonna
beep,
say
beep, beep, beep.
you've got mail?
No, yeah, please. Yeah. Welcome to AOL.
Hold on, get off the phone! I can't get on!
Wow.
Okay, that's annoying.
It totally. And then you could just unplug it, plug it back in.
Put it off before I put it in her ear.
Yeah, you're
Sound like
lucky.
a dial-up modem.
We should log on to AOL.
Prodigy.
Oh.
It was Prodigy first.
Remember
then
OS2 Warp?
Net zero.
No, you don't remember that because Dad couldn't get it to work on the computer. It was before Windows.
I remember Link's golf, and then we used to go up there and hit the Q button right when he was trying to swing. And the duck would quack, 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 and then fuck him up. God damn it, quit it, the fucking keyboard!
Remember the stupid purple gorilla? Mm-hmm. Was it
Grape ape, grape ape.
No, it was it was like one of those it would be a little icon at the bottom of the screen if you're trying to search something or whatever. It would help you. I can't remember what it was called.
That was the
Nazi
fucking clipboard. Or the little,
No,
Wait,
but this was a purple gorilla.
No, this
It was
was
a
before
paperclip
you.
on Word.
Yeah, how old are you, Greg?
You're talking about like the little helper, like you can get the
Me, goddammit. Computers came out at the
Windows.
same
Windows
time.
in '98 came out with a little helper guy.
No, yeah,
And you
like
can
a
get parrot.
wizard.
And now it's a
parrot.
dog.
We used to
Yeah,
make that motherfucker
a
try to say
dog or whatever.
jabroni.
Is that what you're talking about?
He would say,
No, this was a.
Who are you,
this was an
jabroni?
Aftermarket. This was an aftermarket program that you downloaded that was probably full of malware at the time.
malware or malware?
Malware.
Okay. You said malware.
Whatever.
He likes to add the E in there
I'm
because he
from
likes to look up malware.
Lower-
Yeah, I bet he does.
Short.
I don't know what malware is.
You
Lingerie.
said malware.
It's
I don't know.
malware. Lingerie.
Go home and ask.
crotchless. We were at the Winn-Dixie last night, and they had.
That's scary. You go to say crotchless panties, and then you're like, "Oh, we
I've
were at the Winn-Dixie
never
last
found
night."
any at Winn-Dixie.
It's just reminded me of something. We went to the customer service desk because all we were buying was bacon and ice cream because we're actual American citizens, and that's what you buy when you go to the grocery stores.
Even with assless chaps on.
Bacon and ice cream, that's right, and a cowboy hat. The guitar was covering my junk. So we went to the customer service desk, and apparently, like, 6 of their registers had locked up in the middle of transactions.
Are we at Walmart?
No, it was a Winn-Dixie.
Oh, okay.
And so there was a lady in front of us, and she was buying one thing, and the girl checked her out in, like, less than a minute. And she still had an attitude, and I couldn't help myself because I had been drinking before my wife took me to the store. And I was like, hey, over there on aisle 10, I'm pretty sure I saw some bunchless panties. And my wife looks at me and goes, did you just really say that?
Hey, I've never heard that shit till Tony said it.
Tony hadn't heard it until I said it out there while we were taking a break.
I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
he said that before
Bunchless
that. He said it
panties right
before
there,
you
aisle
started
10.
coming around. Before I met you, I've heard him say
They sell them. They're on sale right
They
now,
might have
actually.
been, yeah.
You get a 5-pack.
Just wait till we
Hands.
get our hands on you.
Now in new Bunchless.
I'm sorry, I like Fruit of the Loom. Hanes, like, it rides my
I
crack
don't-
too much. I don't know.
Cracker. Just,
Are you a boxer or a brief type guy? Or do you eat tidy whities?
that's
Tidy
briefs
whities?
or whitey tighties.
Really?
I'm going to have to say nope to every one of those.
Commando. But then my wife says I don't want to wash your.
Well, how are you going to
Pants that
complain
hard.
about underwear if you don't wear it?
Well, that's why I can complain about underwear, because I don't wear it, because it sucks.
I mean, it doesn't sound like you have anything to complain about, though, because you're not wearing it.
No, if
Technically.
they made better underwear, I would wear
You
it.
sound like a
I wear
woman. You're just
the-
bitching to bitch now.
I wear the boxer. Yeah, I'm not marrying you, okay? I wear the boxer briefs. You know, the ones that are like boxers,
tried
but
those before, but they're briefs.
yeah, but they're briefs. But yeah, exactly.
I put my paperwork in it.
There's a lot of support.
So in other words,
You know?
it gets to squeeze your thigh along with your ball sack.
It keeps them from chafing.
Yeah, it does keep me from chafing because I'm fat
That's
and I
what
got
Gold
thighs that
Bond is
rub.
for.
You know,
Goddamn, fucking dad and his gold bond.
I like
I
monkey
use
butt.
it.
It looked like a Colombian was in the bathroom before us.
Excuse me.
My
Fucking powder everywhere.
like if I do regular leg workouts, my quads get so big that they rub together when I walk, and I fucking hate that.
So you
shit.
don't have a thigh gap?
No, I don't.
I need some deodorant on my inside of my legs.
That's what the Gold Bond is.
Thank you.
It was just a cough. There wasn't even no bitch. I'm at this trader to you.
What you want to trade?
You wanna
know
wipe?
what? No.
I changed my mind.
Let's not go there.
Renege. I do not want to
Did I
trade.
miss something?
Anyways, yep, we're moving on.
Yeah.
Moving
I
on.
like mine.
So what else do you got?
Oh, dun dun dun.
What'd you do?
I
I
got
don't
a
know.
story.
I think she took that the wrong
Breaking
way.
news: Greg's wife is upset at him.
Greg just stuck his foot in his mouth.
Again.
He stuck
Okay.
something in somewhere.
Except behind her head.
Wow.
Don't do that.
He's as obnoxious as Joe sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's never met him.
She's like, Tanya and him were like, well, this guy, he used to be our friend, but we don't like him. I'm like, you'll be saying that about me in 2 weeks.
Nobody cares.
I'm that asshole. You don't have to care.
So
I'm
I
just
was
pointing my-
I was looking on Facebook and I don't remember like where it originated from, but it's a picture of a Corvette, and you already spit on the board last week. Don't
I will
flick
fucking
metal at
hit
it.
fucking beer bottle caps at you.
He's an
I am
angry
that
drunk.
asshole.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna kick you in the dick. But anyways,
As long as I can still use it later.
Fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna
He hit you in the
Little
right
teeny
spot.
tiny
kick
Look at
about
that.
20
toes.
times.
Well, you,
Depends on where he gets you.
yeah.
Spinning bird kick. Kicks you in the crotch.
I want to
like
play some
that.
Street Fighter.
Somewhere
now.
I'm gonna hit it. Street Fighter? I might even go over there and play Street Fighter with you later tonight.
Zangief. It's my boy.
What is that? The
Street
fuck?
Fighter.
What's that shit?
My 10-year-old loves Zangief.
Which one?
Gets
No,
his
the
ass
one we were
kicked
playing the
every
other
time.
day.
He thinks he's a-
I don't.
My
Get
son
kicked every
hates
time.
playing Mortal Kombat.
Marvel
with me.
vs. Capcom.
There we go.
I
Play
hate
some
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Yeah.
Dude,
I never was a fan.
I'm not a big fan like later episodes, but like from the beginning, the original Mortal Kombat's. You give me these new characters, I can't do shit. I'll pull the originals off of them. As long as I have Sub-Zero,
Yeah.
Scorpion, I'll beat your fucking
I mean,
ass.
I can keep up with him, who owns the game and who's been playing it for a while.
No,
I can't.
I
I can't
haven't.
beat him. You know, but I could just choose Sub-Zero, and I know his moves, and it's
Right, as long as you know they don't fucking change.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Come here, get over here. I'm finna jump around the backside and kick you. Come here, get over here. You give me Scorpion, I'm finna wear your ass out. Because
He was fucking great with
it fucking
Cabal.
doesn't change. Cabal's an old character.
Yeah.
He is. Like, if you don't
That's the
beat
last time I
originals,
played.
You have Johnny Cage. You have Kane.
He's got one of the new ones.
Cabal was a new guy.
I have Final Fantasy. I mean,
Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy. I know.
I like Final Fantasy.
I love Final Fantasy.
The new
I
one's
have-
coming out on the 29th.
29th?
with Cabal.
Yeah.
On PS4
That's what we were
only.
talking about.
Yeah.
But no, like he's not. An
Are they gonna
original
put it on
character.
Xbox
If you're
One?
not
I
hitting
don't know.
Mortal Kombat
I
1
don't
or
care
2,
because I have a
Rip
PS4.
people's
Yeah.
hearts
I have
out
a pre-order.
Yeah, I know.
So okay, so I'm reading on Facebook. This guy is
my
selling
son
his
cries all the
Corvette.
time.
You can read?
Yeah, I can't
What year
sometimes.
Those
Corvette is
pictures.
it?
Those
What color
pictures
is it?
there.
Oh, okay, there were pictures.
I don't know. It was like maroon or something. Like
What
a
year
dark
was
purple
What
maroon.
the- what
I don't
the fuck?
fucking know.
It's gonna make a difference.
It's not gonna
like,
make
if
a
you're-
difference.
No,
It's
It
a fucking
does.
Corvette.
You can have
If you're
it
saying
They're
maroon,
expensive.
we're taking your man card away. If you're saying it's purple or it's red,
It's reddish purple.
I mean, if you own a Corvette, you own a Corvette.
It does. It was shit brown. The color don't fucking matter.
there you
All
go,
right.
man
All right.
He's
card.
selling the
Enabled.
car.
You have your
Okay.
man card.
What year was it?
He's selling his cars.
Oh, I got muted?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Do you-
fuck.
Do you know what year it was?
I don't know. It had the
I
square
thought
back.
you were reading. Oh, it's a C4 body?
Probably.
Oh, that's a piece of shit.
So the guy looking at the car that
Okay.
was going to purchase it was like, well, how many families you think could have been fed with the money it costs to buy this car? So the guy selling it replies, I don't know, but it probably fed, the families of the workers that, made the frame, put it together. It probably fed the families that, made the tires for the car. It probably fed the families of the guys that had to truck it from the shop where they built it to the dealership. And it probably fed the guy at the dealership and their families on,
On the sale.
On the sale.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people that is, but that probably fed a lot of families, I'm guessing.
Capitalism.
Yep.
I'm paying for
Nature's
that
way
shit.
of discerning between who's smart and who's poor.
But basically, that's what it was. It was like you had a guy who had a socialistic mind where it's like, oh, you could have given that money
To the
to
people.
feed a bunch of
Right.
families. Where, no, capitalism, you give the money to people who are working and busting their ass and earning it, and they feed their families.
Oh,
Right.
but you don't work for stuff you're entitled to.
My bad. Fuck.
See, that's why you don't understand the logic.
You don't understand American right now.
No,
American.
I'm being a smart ass, Dean. There's people who feel like because they were born in America, they're entitled to a certain lifestyle, regardless of whether they work for it or not. And it's somebody else's job to do the work because they don't think about the fact that that shit doesn't come from nowhere.
That's yes.
Well,
I
that's
understand.
there is a lot of people here like that. Obviously, we see it every day.
It's one of the biggest failings of democracy throughout the history of time. Over the course of 5,000 years, one of the biggest things that kills democracy is people realize they can vote themselves entitlements. It was
Yeah.
one of the times Rome fell, that was the thing. You vote for somebody who will promise you stuff and then give it to you, regardless of where it comes from.
Even if it comes from you.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that somebody's got to work for that shit, and eventually
Yep.
when the people getting free stuff outweigh the number of people working for it,
I.e. now.
you have a deficit, and that typically leads to unrest and civil disobedience.
Yep, because people are tired of working for it while the other people are getting the free shit.
Hey, if I give money
We
to a
are
family in
literally-
UNICEF, they send me a picture of that family.
Right.
I don't get the picture of the family my tax money goes to.
Well, I mean, you can look at my family. I appreciate your wages, appreciate your hard work. homie.
Literally, we are the working class poor right now. Like we are working.
I mean, you're low class
Enough-
unless you make $100,000 a year.
no, it's
be
different.
honest.
It's different. Like there's low class where you have
I ain't
no
first
income,
class, but I ain't white trash.
you get no income and you get every benefit.
But you're
And
low
then
class.
no, and then there's
Oh, that's called an immigrant.
no. Oh, all right, absolutely, absolutely. But then there's families
E.T.
like
was an illegal
where,
alien.
you know, certain
Yeah, but
families
he
where
learned
you
English
work,
and
you
wanted to
make
go
enough,
home.
but you make too much to get the benefits, but you don't make enough to actually fucking live.
Well, actually, that's what's happening in Oregon right
that's
now.
the fucking downside. Like I'm working class poor. I work just.
You're
to
middle
pay my
class.
bills.
That's what the middle class
Yeah,
is.
that's what the
Hey,
middle
you call
class
it what
is
you
now.
want. I'm working class. I work
that's
to
low
fucking
class.
pay nothing.
Middle class
to
is
pay all my
comfortable.
bills to make
You
nothing.
live to work. You don't work to live.
right, exactly. I
In
work to
Oregon,
survive.
in Oregon, people are asking to have their hours cut since minimum wage
Please.
has been bumped up to $15 an hour. So they can't get the subsidized housing because they're making too much money. So they want an adult paycheck, but they don't want to have to deal with adult bills.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
So it's
awesome.
perfect
karma.
bite in the ass right there.
Yes,
That's
I love
awesome.
that. Like, please
I love
don't
that,
make
actually.
me work because you're giving me too much money.
Yeah.
I can't get my benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't get food stamps. I love that. I love that.
That sounds great, actually.
I mean, that
I would
tastes like
love
that-
it because
that-
I'd work all day. I'd work every day, overtime.
Do you
I'd
know
love it.
what
Give
a
me
McDonald's worker making $15 an hour would do to my job? Are you
I would
kidding
go.
me?
I would go work for McDonald's. I don't
Absolutely. I
make
wouldn't-
$15.
No,
an hour.
my pay rate would go through the roof because they're not going to pay just any Joe off the
No,
street. to do
you know
my
what they're
job.
gonna do? They're gonna do like in Japan. There's gonna be one guy loading the machines with the materials, and you're gonna have robots feeding your ass.
Please push the button for what you want.
Self-checkout.
Would you like a
Here's
number
a
one?
picture. Yeah.
Would you like to upgrade it?
When
Push
I go
button
through the
number two.
self checkout, why don't I get my employee discount?
Right, I'm doing it all myself. The only reason I go through that shit is because I don't have to deal with a fucking person.
I was at the grocery store the other day, and there was like this 75, 80-year-old dude in front of us. And the girl asked him, "Do you want paper or plastic?" And he goes, "Oh, at my age, honey, I'm bisexual." Yeah, she asked me if I had a rewards card, and I just hung my head and said, "No, my wife took everything in the divorce."
I don't get any rewards.
There's none.
Let's end this one with a good joke. Tell the one about the state trooper.
Which one about the state trooper?
The guy who, I told the story about the whole Corvette on Facebook, the guy that's driving the Corvette down
Oh,
the
it's not-
road.
Oh, okay.
It's not a
So
state trooper ball.
no. So this guy's driving his Corvette. He just got it. He's like 50 years old, and he says, "Screw it." So he's tearing ass down 75, and a state trooper pulls out behind him, and he goes, "Well, let's see what this machine can do. Screw it." So he starts speeding up. It's hauling ass, doing about 100 miles an hour. State trooper's lights are on. He's behind him. What is that?
I have no
Why
clue.
do you automatically reach for me? Like, I know I'm drunk, but I'm not
That's-
fucking shit
no,
up.
but that your thing hanging over the cord is
That we
what
were
did
looking
that.
for a wire. That
I was
was,
reaching my balls. I don't know.
Anyway,
You can reach for my balls too
so
if you want.
so the guy speeds up. So he's doing about 135, and he finally decides, okay, I guess I got to pull over and face the music. So
Not
he,
man enough to hit the fucking 150 mark.
well, he pulls over. The state trooper pulls him over. He hops out of the car. He walks up. He's hot. He's pissed. He
he
goes,
doesn't work for his money.
well, he goes, he goes, "You know why I pulled you over?" And the guy goes, "Yes, sir, I was speeding." And he goes, Why didn't you stop the first time?" He goes, "I know you saw my lights. I know you heard the siren. Why did you speed up?" The guy looks at him and he goes, "Well,
This guy was white, wasn't he?
it doesn't matter."
No.
He looks at the state trooper and
It's
he
an
says,
old joke.
Okay.
He says, "Sir, about 5 years ago, a state trooper, my wife ran away with the state trooper, and I honestly thought you were him trying to bring her back."
You heard about the one with the state trooper, right? The lady got pulled over, and she looked at him and she goes, "You know why I pulled you over, right? I thought you were trying to sell me tickets to the state trooper ball." And he looks at her and goes, "Dead serious. State troopers don't have balls."
I've heard that before.
Damn. All right, guys. It's been a great show. Great time tonight. I had a blast.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Greg's going to have fun tonight.
I guess Greg and Dean are trading places this weekend.
God have mercy on our souls.
All right. We appreciate
He's gonna
everybody
make out
listening.
on that one.
Find us on Facebook. Find us on Twitter. 3 Guys and a 12-pack. And we'll see. You'll hear us next week. See ya.